Hi, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Karin Wolf, and I am the founder of Firefly Within and Firefly Within Foundation. I'm a Quantum Biofeedback Specialist and also a Reiki Master. I do yoga, meditation, eat holistically, basically live as holistic of a lifestyle as I can for me and my children. I often get asked the question, how did you get into this line of work? And it's a good question, and I've never really given it much thought. Years ago when I lived in Minneapolis, I was a CPA. And then when I moved to Florida in 1996, I went back to school and became an interior designer. And then after about 12 years of doing that, I went back to school and got a master's degree in historic preservation. So how did it all lead to this, is the question. Well, back in 2001, in October exactly, I gave birth to my son. And I had placenta accreta, and I bled out twice, pretty much completely, like 4 liters of blood. There was only enough blood left going from my heart to my head to keep me alive, and the doctors really didn't know how I survived that. And as a matter of fact, I was awake and conscious and talking to them the entire time until they said, you know, we either need to do a hysterectomy on you or you're going to die. And up until that point, I was still arguing with them, saying, no, that wasn't a good option for me. Give me a third option. And finally, they said to the anesthesiologist, put her out. So, which is what they did. And I never gave it much thought after that. You know, I woke up 3 days later and started raising my son, and shortly after that started adoption procedures and adopted my daughter. So fast forward, that was in 2001, and fast forward to today, which is 2018, I was asked by One Blood to share my story. They promote blood donations in across the country. And to actually go and thank a lady who was donating her 125th gallon of blood and platelets, which I was more than happy to do. And you can see that video. I'll post that later on here. I was barely able to keep a dry eye. But anyway, it was very powerful and moving for me. And then I had somebody contact me, and she said that she also had placenta accreta, and that she speaks nationally about it, and that there's actually a survivors group. So I went and I thought, well, really, was it that serious? Because like I said, I never gave it much thought. So after doing some research, I realized, yeah, it was that serious, and I was very lucky to have survived that. So where this story is going is when people say, how did you get into quantum biofeedback? I think it started back then, because when I came out of that, my life changed. And things just started happening, and I lived life a little differently. And it took a long time, but I started with self-reflection and what could I do better, and what's not working in my life, and what is working in my life, and where I wanted to be. And it took a lot of hard knocks and difficult times over the years. And some things I thought, how am I going to survive this? But they were all very good lessons, and I'm very, very grateful to everybody who's come into my life to help me get to where I am today. But that's what really started it back in 2001, and that life-changing situation that I had. And I think it was back in 2013 is when I was actually introduced to quantum biofeedback. And when I started doing it, I was completely amazed and thought, why is everybody not doing this? Why is this not mainstream? This is such an amazing thing. And I just took to it, and it's become my passion, along with essential oils and yoga and meditation. So anyway, that's my story. People ask me, how did you get into quantum biofeedback? Basically, it was a life-changing event that I wasn't even aware of at the time that was life-changing. Right circumstances and people coming into my life, totally the grace of God that put these things in front of me, and a complete passion for helping people. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed the story, got to know a little bit more about me. And if you have any more questions, be sure to contact me. Again, my company is Firefly Within and Firefly Within Foundation. And I hope to see you soon. Thank you.